Good morning and welcome to the little apartment on the prairie. It is almost 8 o'clock and I'm in my car. I'm getting ready to head out. I'm going to Lincoln, which is the nearest city to me. It's about an hour away. I normally go there about once a month to do like all my shopping for the month, and then if I need anything else I pick it up locally throughout the month. Like I get milk, but I get that at a local farm. Anyway, normally I do that at the beginning of the month, not, 3/4 of the way through the month. But I'm a little concerned that it will be more difficult to do it in March because of what's going on with the coronavirus. It may be less safe to go shopping in March, but it also may be harder to obtain certain products because stores may be selling out. So I wanted to do it now. If it turns out that everything's perfectly fine in March, oh well, I just won't have to go shopping. I'll have that chore done. So we'll see. I'm picking up stuff at Walmart through the thing where you order your groceries online and just pick them up, so that's really easy. And I don't have to go into the store, but there are a few other stores I do need to go into. And I think I'm going to wear a mask, even though they're saying that that's not necessary and it may not even be helpful. But we'll see how I feel when I get there. When I get home, I'll show you what I buy. I've ordered a lot of stuff from Walmart that I don't normally get, and a lot of non-food items. Typically, I buy very little at the grocery store that's not food. But this time, I've got things like bleach and paper towels and heavy-duty trash bags and Clorox wipes. I've never bought Clorox wipes in my life, and I cannot remember the last time I bought bleach. I bet it was 20 years ago. But I feel like I might want to have stuff that's a really strong disinfectant, and if I would get sick, those Clorox wipes would be so easy to just wipe things up. And so I'm going to have those on hand just for emergency type situations. And normally I wouldn't use that. Normally I use like vinegar and water and a rag to wipe things down, and that does disinfect things. But I want something stronger. So anyway, I'm ready to be off, and I'm not going to film when I'm in the stores because I don't like to film other people without asking them and stuff. But I will see you all later. So then I got 2 bags of marrow bones for Isaac. I'm going to freeze them. He's got one right now he can eat and enjoy. Whiskers is interested in the bag and in the coffee. These are 8-ounce packages of coffee. I got 3 packages of amaretto and 3 packages of chocolate raspberry. So now I'm going to go throw those marrow bones in the freezer real quick. So here's my produce I got from the gourmet grocery store. And this actually didn't cost me anything because I used those double up bucks. Sassy, you don't even like fruits and vegetables. They have a thing here in Nebraska, and I think they have it in some other states, where if you use food stamps to buy produce, you get a coupon for more produce, dollar for dollar. So if you spend $10 of your food stamps on produce, you get coupons for $10 more. So I paid for all this with those coupons. So I got onions, move Sassy, bananas, those little sweet peppers. I got Roma tomatoes, which I don't buy very much in the winter. I usually only have fresh tomatoes in the summer. I can tomatoes during the summer to eat during the winter and like chili and stuff, but fresh tomatoes like on a sandwich I don't have very often, all in the winter, so that's kind of a treat. I got carrots. Isaac eats carrots. I got some apples. I can eat them with almond butter or peanut butter. And a lot of sweet potatoes because I really like sweet potatoes. And then I also got this big piece of ginger root because ginger is supposed to be good for your immune system and all that. And I didn't pay anything for all this produce. So then I went to the Asian market where I like to get stuff for Isaac. And I got him 2 packages of pork feet and some mackerel, which I had to get the kitten and lock her in the bathroom because she really wanted these fish. You can see the tails are kind of poking out a little bit. It's gross, but Isaac likes it. Okay, so then I went to Walmart and I did the thing where you pick up your groceries, you order them ahead of time. And I'm going to show you the food items I got first, and then I'll show you the non-food items later. This was a bit of an unusual Walmart trip for me because usually I get almost all food, and this time I got a lot of non-food items. So I got 2 gallons of milk, which kind of seems like a lot maybe to some people, but I'm going to make yogurt with it, and I can freeze some of it. Normally I buy raw milk from a local farm, but it was easier and cheaper to just pick it up at Walmart while I was there. I got 1 package of tortillas, 2 packages of Swiss cheese. I've got some cheese and some tortillas left still from the last time I went shopping, but I can put some of it in the freezer and I'll use it, and I don't plan to go shopping again for another month or a little more than a month. I got a 10-pound package of chicken quarters for Isaac. I got some lemon ginger tea. I got some mint extract because I want to make mint flavored yogurt and then crumble up some Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies on top of it. And I got this mixed berry electrolyte drink mix, sort of like a Gatorade or Propel, only I just got the Great Value brand and it's sugar-free, which is good for if you're dehydrated. And I got a 25-pound sack of flour, which some people might think is a lot, but I tell you, I go through it. I also got a package of cat food. We have IAMS Indoor Health Weight and Hairball Care food because Whiskers is fat. And a big bag of dog treats. I guess the cats and Isaac would consider those food items. All right, so here is all my non-food and non-pet related items I bought at Walmart. And basically, well, it's mostly cleaning supplies and then medical stuff. And some of this is stuff that I just never, ever buy. But I bought this time partly motivated by this coronavirus thing. And then partly just now that I'm thinking about it, it's like stuff that is good to have. We're approaching tornado season and flood season here in Nebraska, for instance. It's things that would be good to have. So I got some paper towels, which I normally don't use. I use cloth rags at home, but if there's a flood maybe and you don't have running water to do laundry, you want something disposable, or if you're cleaning up something like infectious or just really messy, you might want something disposable. And I got bleach. I can't remember the last time I bought bleach. I've probably bought it at some point in my life, but normally I use vinegar and water to disinfect things. Sometimes I use rubbing alcohol, but I don't use bleach. But not only can you use bleach to disinfect things, you can add a small amount of bleach to water that needs to be purified. Like if you had no running water and you had to get water out of a creek, you put 8 drops of bleach in a gallon of water in order to purify it. And so it seems like a good thing to have. Then I also got these Clorox wipes, and I actually had ordered the Great Value brand, but they were out of it. So I got the Clorox brand. And they're disinfecting wipes, and I'm sure I've never bought that because I just feel like, why wouldn't you just use whatever disinfectant you wanted? If you wanted Clorox, use bleach and water, and then use a paper towel or a cloth rag. But this will be really handy in an emergency, or if you're sick, or you want to like keep doorknobs and things clean. And hi, Whiskers. Yes, you got diet cat food, you fat cat, and you're going on a diet. I've been saying that for days, but I really mean it this time. She weighs 13.8 pounds. I weighed her recently. Cute girl, but fat. Look at that fat cat. Okay, so anyway, and if you don't have water, if your house is flooded or something and you don't have water, that would make it really easy to clean up and not have to use your bottled water. Okay. So then I got these heavy-duty contractor trash bags, and there's 34 bags in this box. They are 42 gallon, and they would be really good for storing something really messy, really icky, something infectious. if you don't have running water and you can't use your toilet, you can put one of these bags in a bucket and poop in it. I know, that's gross, right? You can also use them. You could like tape them over your windows if you have, I don't know, a nuclear bomb went off and you know, it's stuff that's not likely to happen, but if you needed something really tough, you'd have it. And then I got 2 rolls of duct tape because, of course, if you're going to be taping up your heavy-duty trash bags over your doors and windows, you need duct tape to tape it up, right? But you can use duct tape for all kinds of other things, and I'm going to use a piece to repair the lid on my trash can. I have to have a trash can with a tight-fitting lid because my bad kitten will get into the trash. Isaac and Whiskers have never done that. Sassafras will. So I needed some duct tape for that anyway. So it's something that's like good to have. I'm going to put a roll in my toolbox and I'll keep a roll with my emergency supplies. So a lot of this is stuff that I can use for a lot of things. It's not only that I'm prepared, you know, for a pandemic that's going to keep me in the house for a long time. Although that might happen, I'm telling you. So I also bought a manual can opener. I have one. I tend to buy cheap ones. They break easily. I don't know if the expensive ones work better, but if you can get one for $5.99, I don't know that I want to spend $29.99 on a can opener unless I know it's going to last longer. I think the last time I had to buy a new one, and I'd had one for 2 or 3 years. So, I mean, they last a while. But anyway, I only have one at home, and I've been meaning to get an extra anyway. Because it's really annoying if you want to have soup for lunch and you're trying to open your soup and your can opener breaks. But now if you're buying all these canned goods to have in an emergency, you definitely want a can opener that works. So I got that. I got a bottle of isopropyl alcohol, 91%. I bought some the other day, decided to buy a second bottle. I bought turmeric because I take that on a daily basis and I was running low and I don't want to run out. That's not something that I would recommend like everybody go out and get to have for emergencies, but I take it, so I got it. I got some baby wipes and they were really cheap. And that's for if you're sick, you might need them for cleaning up, and especially if you don't have running water at some point, you can use that to wash up and not have to use your stored bottled water. Those are something I'll put away. They'll keep for a really long time. I got a glass thermometer. I have a battery operated thermometer. Actually, I have 2. I have one that goes under your tongue, and then I have one that you put that's supposed to take your temperature in your ear or on your forehead. I never know if it's right. I feel like it might not be very accurate. But anyway, this one doesn't require any batteries. It was like $5 or $6. I wanted something that didn't require batteries. And you can also use it rectally if you need to. And then I got, this is the Equate brand of like Orajel. It's stuff, but it's not Orajel. It's the generic brand. You put on your tooth or your gum, you know, if you have a toothache or something, because it occurred to me that if you couldn't get to the dentist and you had a dental problem, you'd be miserable if you couldn't treat it somehow. All right, I am back and you've got me lying on the couch in my nightgown and I am exhausted. It is about 7:30 and I'm going to bed very soon. I did not get enough sleep last night, and this shopping trip and some other stuff I had to do today just really wore me out. But I wanted to just film a quick ending to this video. I had to film these separate parts separately, which I guess makes sense. And I hope I put it together in a way that makes sense. Like I said, it was a really tiring day, even though I didn't have to go into Walmart and buy stuff. And by the time I got home, I was already tired. And then I had to carry all my groceries inside, multiple trips up the stairs. And like I said, then I had other little things I had to do around the house this afternoon and earlier this evening. And now I'm just ready to go to bed. So all this shopping trip cost me around $180 for the different stores I went to, the different items I bought. I'm going to leave a link in the description to that you can use if you want to save $10 on your first grocery pickup order at Walmart. It's really convenient to order online. I know I've said that before. I keep saying it because I really mean it. I love it, and you don't have to go into the store. And I just love being able to avoid Walmart, even when I'm not worried about getting some kind of highly contagious virus. Like I said when I was showing you the stuff I bought, while concerns about this coronavirus motivated me to kind of pick up some things that are good to have on hand in case of an emergency, it wasn't only for that reason. There are things I will use for other purposes and things that are good to have in a place where we may see flooding this spring. We may see tornadoes. Those are both common things here in the Midwest, particularly in Nebraska in the spring, so I'm prepared. So don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't yet, and have a good evening, everybody.